Spruce
Maybe
it up.
sometimes you should say something.
Well, it's just your part.
Yeah, it is my
You've got
part.
to do something around it.
5 ways that exercise can save your life.
Yeah, chances are you're going to live a longer life.
Yeah, I find that with clients who come to me and they haven't been to the gym before, they haven't really exercised before, they eventually start saying, like, I actually look forward to going now as an escape.
Try to stop saying, I don't have time. Find the time, because it's your health, it's your mental well-being, and it's going to help you exceed in life.
But I get there and I'm like, yeah, I'm a strong woman. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Couple of Coaches podcast with me, Emma, and
Like,
my lovely
change your intro every time.
boyfriend. Or do you want it to be the same each time? Do people want to hear the same thing? You want to
mix it
you
up.
want to be like, oh,
Spruce
maybe
it
sometimes
up.
you should say something.
Well, it's just your part.
Yeah, it is my
You've got
part.
to do something around it.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about probably the main event of the last few days, and that was the Man United game. Because it's all Nathan and Mike have spoken about for the last half hour. Let's just get it out the way, and yeah.
There isn't much to talk about for most
Yeah,
of
I
it.
know.
You saw
Shite.
you saw the you saw the pain. You saw the pain that I went through for that time. It kind of ruined the Sunday because we went from
It was joy for me.
Nathan,
I was
yeah.
buzzing when Coventry scored at the end.
I did.
Gutted when it got disallowed.
I was
Devastated.
laughing quite a few times, wasn't I? Like, if they
Yeah.
scored, I was like,
Yeah, it just got worse and worse. I mean, we had a lovely afternoon celebrating my brother's 30th, and then left a bit early to watch the Man United game, and it was just fucking stupid.
might as well have not.
Might as well have not.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
But hey ho, we watched it, we went through, and probably going to get absolutely smashed in the final.
So when's the final?
I don't actually know. I want to say 25th, 21st, 25th.
So this week.
No.
Oh, as
No,
in May.
May, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's quite a little while until
May
it.
21st or 25th.
Right. Okay.
I think.
Just sometime
25th,
around there.
25th, maybe.
So
Yeah. I don't know.
So they're playing Man
Dunno.
City.
They're playing Man City, yeah, probably going to get absolutely hammered. But then it's such a Man United thing to do that they go and win. And then it's like, oh, Man United have done well, but they haven't. And they've done shit and don't deserve to win. So,
Bad times.
but I will still watch it.
You will still watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll still watch
I'll
it.
still pretend that I'm watching it.
No, you don't watch it. You don't care.
So today we are going to talk about 5 ways that exercise can save your life. So 5 ways that exercise can obviously improve your well-being, physically and mentally, which is then going to help you live longer and be happier and healthier for longer. Now, obviously, we know life is life and our health could make a massive turnaround at any point for anyone. But being healthy and being fit, the younger you are, is going to benefit you later in life.
Yeah.
We thought we'd go through the 5 ways that it can do that. So number 1, obviously the physical side of things. So regular exercise and fitness is going to help you have an overall healthy body. We obviously know if you exercise with the correct diet, you're not going to be overweight.
Yeah.
You're going to be in quite good shape. You're probably going to be quite lean. You're going to have a good amount of muscle and a good amount of fat as well. So that is obviously going to help. It obviously strengthens your cardiovascular system, so you're going to be fitter. So even if it just comes to, walking up the stairs or going for a walk, chasing after your kids, you're going to be fitter and you're going to be more able to do that, especially as you get a little bit older. Yeah. It helps your immune system. So it helps keep that nice and strong. So you might find sort of the more you exercise, obviously not all the time, you might not be getting as ill as much, stuff like colds and stuff like that. Your immune system is just going to be stronger.
Unless you're Nathan, the producer, who's
Unless
ill,
you're
ill,
Nathan.
ill every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
Injured every 3 weeks.
collectively, they reduce the risk of a lot of common diseases, things like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, certain types of cancer, and just ultimately extend your lifespan, and you should theoretically live for longer.
Yeah, obviously, like you did say at the start, that's combined with obviously good nutrition. You can't eat like a pig, drink like a fish and just go to the gym a few times and think, oh, it's gonna be good. So they do go hand in hand. Also worth noting, you're putting the odds on your side, aren't you? With doing all that, you're putting the odds on your side. It's not to say that, oh, if I go to the gym and eat well, you're going to have 100% chance of survival, a bit harsh. But you're putting the odds in your favour that you're less likely to, diabetes, cancer, any that type of disease and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? You've got fucking Barbara who's been smoking 100 fags a day, drinking her brandy, and she's living to 110. Some people are like that. But if you want to put the odds in your favour, which when it comes to life, obviously you would like to do that. Why would you not put the odds on your favour?
Yeah.
Then obviously it's worth training, having a well-balanced diet, and chances are you're going to live a longer life.
Yeah, especially, sorry, just one more point for women, because obviously as you hit a certain age, you go through the menopause, and naturally you lose a lot of muscle mass. So obviously the more you build when you're younger, and the more that you continue to do that into your, say, 40s and 50s, the less obviously you're going to lose, and you're going to be able to, help with maintaining that amount of muscle mass. So especially for women, training, being into exercise, weightlifting, really, really good.
And a good diet. I mean, it helps you through menopause, right? So you can kind of swerve it.
Yeah.
Does that be the
I
word?
wouldn't say swerve it, but like I said,
it.
you naturally lose muscle mass. So if you're continuing to build it, or you've built a good amount whilst you're younger, you're going to be left with more.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. Number 2. Mental well-being, obviously a massive thing over the last, I mean, it's always been around, but it's getting more and more spoke about. Obviously, suicide for men is obviously on the incline. Fitness isn't just about the physical health of things. It's a massive, massive thing mentally, and that's probably something we see with clients quite a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's not just about, oh, I'm looking good and I'm going to the gym, I'm eating well, but they're actually starting to feel better. They're having more clarity mentally. They feel more motivated to kind of get up and seize the day and kind of thrive in life, as opposed to moping around and almost being depressed about life and stuff. So it can change things massively.
Yeah.
I think it's a massive thing for mental health. And why a lot of people do it, isn't it? A lot of people go to the gym and run and stuff like that because they just know the change it has to them mentally.
Get your serotonin.
Yeah.
Happy hormone, makes you feel good.
100%.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's known to reduce stress, anxiety and stuff like that. So if you're someone who does struggle with that on a daily basis or has a super stressful job and it's kind of clouding you down, then just make that time for exercise, because it's a lot of people get stressed and they get overwhelmed and they haven't got no time. But if you are to kind of take that 45 minutes out, find that 45 minutes, like we say, people make time, don't have time. It's going to benefit you. You're going to thrive further in them things. So find that time to succeed better in everything else, and try to stop saying, I don't have time. Find the time, because it's your health, it's your mental well-being, and it's going to help you exceed in life when it comes to being around your kids, being around your friends, being around your partner, work colleagues. It's going to help you. There's no point always going, I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I feel sad, I'm not going to make time for the gym. Just make time, because it can help with them things.
Everyone has that release, right? Everyone has that thing that helps them de-stress, helps them just sort of zone out, forget about everything that's going on around them. And maybe if you don't feel like you have something like that, maybe exercise is something that you could start using as that. Because I find that with clients who come to me and they haven't been to the gym before, they haven't really exercised before, they eventually start saying, like, I actually look forward to going now as an escape.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a place where I can blow off steam and kind of, take anger out on their muscles or just kind of get away from it. So it's a really good just sort of release from everyday life and the stressful world that can be going on.
Yeah, I actually saw something this morning that kind of resonated with myself, and a guy was saying that he kind of woke up sad, and then he gets angry because he's allowing himself to be sad, which I feel I kind of get like if I'm kind of getting a bit down about work or something or something, then I get wound up with myself. Like I feel like I'm being a bit of a pussy. So then if you go to the gym and then you feel better, it's a weird cycle. It's like you feel sad and then I feel angry because I'm sad and I feel like I shouldn't be sad. So then go to the gym and then that all kind of goes away.
Yeah.
So I think gym does massively help in that sense. Even if you
Yeah.
don't know that it helps you, like it does, it's a good it is a good release, good place to kind of forget about everything.
It's a bit like, boxing, when people go boxing and punch bag to like get their
Yeah,
anger
just
out.
release.
It's a bit like that. There's almost something about putting your body physically under stress and pain that makes you feel better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got so much stress and pain in your mind, you almost take it out on your body and it makes you feel a
I
little bit
remember
better.
I had a client who was going through some stuff at home and stuff, and he would just put his running trainers on and he'll just fucking go and hammer a 5 or 10k.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, well, not funny, because obviously what was going on was relatively serious, but that was when he was putting in his like personal best, because he was just fucking just slamming the pavement and just kind of letting out that rage, and then you get back and you feel much better. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, fitness isn't just physical health.
And yeah, obviously it's going to reduce the risk of mental health illnesses that can obviously affect your life.
Well, affect your life, like what we're talking about. Yeah.
Number 3 is enhanced quality of life. So a bit like what I was talking about with the physical side of things, just being able to do, physical tasks like running around after the kids, picking up all the shopping bags. Like I always do that, don't I? It's like my mission.
No, you're actually quite good at it.
I have to get all the shopping bags from the car to the front door in one go. I can't do it in 2 trips. And I feel fucking amazing after I do it. I carry about 5 bags.
Yeah, you gave it a good
and
go.
it's hard, but I get there and I'm like, yeah, I'm a strong woman.
that.
It's just little things like that.
Then you've got to do the stairs and
then
get
you've got
past
to do
the
this.
dog.
Yeah, I do ask for help up the stairs sometimes.
Not all the time. I mean,
no.
a couple of times you've done them, and I'm like,
No.
I'm just going to let her do it because she's doing it. It's quite tricky because you've got to go through the stair gate and you've got a dog jumping at me. There's a chance you could bloody fall down the stairs and break your neck.
Yeah. But like if I didn't train in the gym or didn't train my upper body, I probably wouldn't be able to lift that. Obviously that's a silly example, but yeah, just enjoying like physical hobbies, whether it's cycling, walking, running, whatever it is, you're going to be able to do that because you're going to be fit and healthy to do that. And it obviously enhances mobility, flexibility, agility, and just making everyday tasks like carrying the chauffeur in more easier. So you're going to live a better quality of life.
Also, like so many people that are older, when you're going like 70, 80, they fall over, they break their hip, they fall over, they do this, they do that. But if you've trained throughout your life, and obviously we're now speaking to kind of maybe not necessarily young people, but if you start training and you build that, like you said, that flexibility, mobility, that strength around your joints and stuff like that, the chances again of you falling over and hurting yourself when you're older is a lot lower.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have examples within family of people that are at a similar age. Some could run, some can't even walk.
Yeah, I think that is also a point to make about, yes, obviously training and staying active, but looking after your body at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, for example, my dad, he's going to be listening. Nothing bad on you, Dad, but he used to play football a lot when he was younger. And I think he had a couple of operations on his knees, and his knees are knackered. Like they're really sore all the time. And I suppose at the time when this all happened to him, he probably didn't go to physio once a week. He probably didn't get massages once a week because at the time it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
You have your operation, you get up and you get on with it. Whereas now, making sure that, if you are regularly exercising, I mean, I'm saying this, I don't do it. I got told off the other day, I need to get more massages, but looking after your body as well and helping prevent injury by warming up properly, by stretching, by eating the correct diet, by not training with bad form in the gym, like making sure that you're looking after your body as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think the main thing for me is just building that muscle, because it's so important when you're older to be able to do stuff, especially like you said, like playing with grandkids and stuff. Like when your grandkids get to like 10 or whatever, and they want you to like pick them up and chuck them around. If you're an older grandparent and not being able to pick them up it's not ideal. You're not going to feel good about it, or run round a field or stuff like that. So yeah, you need to think ahead, which is one thing that I think is very hard for people. It's almost like, oh, it'd be all right, until the day comes and you're like, crap, I wish I tried harder then. Like you see it all the time. Well, we see it all the time, especially with weight loss. A lot of older clients that are quite badly overweight, and it's just like, why did I not do this like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not to know, I guess, but people listen to this, you are to know.
Yeah.
So think about your life. It's what's the saying? Life isn't promised as well. So just keep living to the full and look after yourself.
It's getting deep, isn't it?
You're getting deep, a bit too deep. Right, number 4, longevity and aging. This plays a huge role, I think. Pretty much going back to what we kind of spoke about in terms of like the aging and maintaining a really good muscle mass, bone density and flexibility within joints, mobility is going to be massively impactful when you're older. So kind of just talking about exactly what we just spoke about. But it's a different thing on that. So yeah, okay, it literally pretty much says it promotes their independence and reduces the risk of kind of falls and fractures, which is one of the main things that older people end up potentially dying from, because they fall over, they fracture in hospital, and unable to kind of recover from it because their body just can't recover from it. So instead of hoping you recover from it, you want to prevent it.
Yeah.
You prevent things like that by having a strong bone density and a decent amount of muscle mass to help with them things. And it's so important. But it does go back to kind of not overdoing it, because you can look at bodybuilders, they're just as fucked because of the amount of obviously weight they shift and stuff. And then when they get to an age, like there's bodybuilders that I followed when I was growing up that are in wheelchairs now because they can't walk anymore, because their knees and joints from so many operations and hips are just completely screwed, because but that's a whole different ball game. You know what you're getting into when you do that.
Sports play, like even footballers rugby players and stuff, there's a lot that have come with like illnesses and diseases and stuff, isn't there, just as they've gotten older, because they did put their bodies and minds through so much when they were younger. So there's almost, not much you can do to stop that if you are a professional sports person or something like that. But at the time, they are probably doing as much as they can to prevent anything like that happening in the future.
Of course, yeah.
What did I see the other day? I don't think it was the London Marathon, but I think it was the Paris Marathon or something. And don't quote me on the age, but there was a really old guy running the marathon.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
And you just think, imagine, he was something like 80 or 90, I can't remember what it was. But just imagine being able to do that at that age. Like, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very good. As well as with the longevity and aging, helps cognitive function as well, and memory and stuff like that. So having that well-balanced diet, making sure that you're training well can help things like that, which is obviously super important as we get older and going through life. So yeah, again, massively helps, adds towards that kind of putting the ball in your court when it comes to your lifespan and aging. So you want to look after yourself, and you can tell, can't you? Like I know so many people. I've coached so many people that are 60, 70, and they fucking look incredible in comparison to someone who's never stepped foot in a gym or hasn't really looked after their diet. But yeah, that's not to say that person who, like we said, Barbara, who smoked 100 fags and drinking a scotch every week, she's not going to outlive you, because some people do. You do have people like that, and it's not, like we're saying, it's not 100%, but putting the ball in your court, training, well-balanced diet, and all that stuff like that is gonna help you live a long and a more positive life, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And that brings me on to resilience to disease and injury. So, if you do happen to, get ill or develop some sort of disease, obviously you can't do much about that. But if you are strong, healthy and fit, you're probably going to have a better chance of overcoming, or maybe it not being as bad because your body is in a better place than it could have been, if that makes sense. And obviously we've kind of already said this, but maintaining strong muscles, strong joints and everything like that is going to help with sort of injuries and stuff like that. Like you said, when you're older, falling over or hurting your hip or whatever it is. So yeah, being healthy, being fit, exercising is going to help with your resilience against diseases and injuries now and in the future.
And it will help you recover quicker as well. Stuff like that. So the more kind of fit you are, the more muscle mass you have, the healthier you are, the quicker recovery. And if you think about it, like the whole what was it? The COVID thing, the COVID-19 thing. A lot of people that were seen surviving or whatever were the fitter people, because they were saying that people that were going to the gym were fitter were the people that were kind of being able to beat that disease at a kind of quicker rate or survive from it. Yet they shut the gyms. But yeah, anyway, that's another story, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, those are sort of the main 5 things that exercise, keeping fit, eating healthy now, wherever you are in life, is gonna help with.
Important and ultimately can not just save your life down the line, but just help you live a longer. What's the word I'm looking for? More. Don't know. A longer, healthier life. Happier life. Yeah, especially with the mental well-being thing. It's but yeah, it's just 100%. It's really funny because when you're on our side of it and you work with so many people, it's like it works. It makes people feel 100 times better. It makes people's mentally feel better. Like you just know it works because we work with so many people, and 9 out of 10 people it works for. So yeah. Healthy, balanced diet. Make sure you're training, getting your steps in.
Yeah.
Because what was it we were talking about? The mortality rate from people that do, was it 6 to 10? I don't know, I'm going to get the wrong numbers here. 6 to 10,000 steps is less.
Yeah.
Do you know, you've got less likely chance of basically dying if you're doing your 6 to 10,000 steps, and even less likely chance of dying if you're doing from like 12 to 15,000 steps. So just a simple task as doing X amount of steps can ultimately save your life. And that's an actual study done. People's mortality rate is down from people that step more. And that's simple, right?
Yeah.
The dog having a dream.
Yeah, he's having a dream. So yeah, if you're listening to this, start now.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be toned or you don't want to be super muscly, today we're not talking about that. We're talking about your general health and well-being. So
100%.
even if it's just stepping outside, like Mike said, for a walk for 20 minutes every day, that could save your life.
It can save your life, yeah. So it doesn't have to be about how you look, all right? It can be how you feel. And if you want to put the ball in your court and live a longer life for your kids, for your grandkids, for your great-grandkids, then train, step, eat a well-balanced diet.
Affirmation of the day.
Affirmation of the day.
Today's affirmation is breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life.
Yeah. That's probably like what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Get sad, I get angry, go to the gym, just breathe.
Fine. Just breathe. Yes, you're having a bad day.
It's not a bad life.
But it's not a bad life.
Same as your fitness
In
journey.
the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you have one bad day, it's not the end of the journey.
No.
Take a step back and look how far you've come.
And breathe.
So yeah, and breathe. Just make sure you breathe, otherwise you're definitely going to be dead. But next episode is the end of season 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
What should we do? Something special.
Do a bit of a recap, I think.
Buy you a present. We bought you enough presents.
You buy us a present, mate.
Yeah, we'll have to do something recappy, reflecting.
A little recap, reflect on the season and plans for what we have in the future.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
You going to propose?
No, that's silly. Anyway,
Right.
I'm hungry. Time for some wings. Time for
Thank
some
you,
chicken.
everyone. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.